Hi, everybody. This is Matthew Sanborn Smith once again. I'm doing this one without my glasses because I saw the reflection that my glasses were making on the video. So now you only have to be distracted by my big shiny head. This is idea generator number 9, doing the reps. First off, do the homework from the last show. Secondly, doing the reps. What we're talking about is conditioning yourself to be a creative person. So this is episode number 9. So I have already given you lots of ideas, lots of ways to come up with ideas. Now, if you want to make that a habit, if you want to make that a lifestyle, if you want to be more creative in general, you need to consciously make yourself do it for a while, and you have to keep doing that until it becomes a habit and it becomes natural. So, let's see. My story was I've been conscious about being creative since I was a kid, and I mean that when I say conscious, I mean conscious. I don't mean submarine. That this isn't coming out right at all. When I say conscious, I mean I was actively saying, how can I make some stuff up? So it started out with having to deal with crappy people at school, and I might not have always been able to fight or come up with something intelligent to say at the time. And I remember later on the bus thinking, okay, what would Bugs Bunny do in a situation like this? Because he always seemed to have an appropriate response. He had better writers than I had for myself at the time, but I would sort of play out the scenario in my head and come up with different things that Bugs Bunny might have said, different things that I might have said. That grew to something that a lot of us have often done, which is, I should have said that. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody and you're just so pissed and you go away and like 3 hours later you remember or you think of the perfect thing you could have said? So you can just sort of set up the scenario in your head and think it out and consciously come up with some ideas. Maybe store away some snarky, shitty remarks for the next time something like this happens. That'll be fun. So after that, it was, how can I be funny? How can I make people laugh in this certain situation? And I tried to be very specific when I was thinking up things, and maybe some things would never come up in real life, so I couldn't make a joke about a buffalo riding a motor scooter. But the point was, I was becoming more creative because I was working the muscle. I was making it happen. And then after that, it was what would look awesome in a story that I wanted to write. So, let's see. By the way, don't stop with these videos. If you're trying to become creative and you're trying to grow that muscle and make it a lifestyle, don't just use these videos. Obviously, read books, watch other people's videos, listen to audio on the subject. There's loads of books on creativity out there. I've read many of them. It was something I was really into for quite a while, getting down to like how the brain works and useless stuff like that. But there's lots and lots of information out there. Here's now I'm going to steal from Earl Nightingale, who was a self-help dude who was big like 50 years ago. He wrote The Strangest Secret. He also talked about how to become a genius. And you may say, well, I can't really become a genius. That just sort of has to happen. But actually, if you do what he says, you're going to look an awful lot like a genius. It's kind of like putting on a genius mask. What he does, or what he did, or at least he said he did, or suggested to us to do, was to come up with a problem that you want to solve in the morning and write down 100 ideas on how to solve that problem. So going way back to our early episodes, these ideas, are just off the top of your head sorts of ideas. Why 100? 100 takes a long damn time. So I think he said do this every day. I couldn't do this every day, but if you could do it once a week, maybe on your day off, that would be a fantastic idea. So the first 10 to 20 ideas you come up with are going to be the easy stock answers that anybody would come up with. So do that, write those down, and get those out of the way. And then you're going to have to work harder for the next set of ideas. But all of those are probably going to be within the realm of reasonableness. It's when you get to, say, like the 70s, and you really have to work to come up with some stuff, that's when you're going to come up with some incredible ideas. And you're going to take this list of 100 and throw out all the bad ideas. Maybe you've only got 5 great ideas out of those 100, but you put those ideas to work, you're going to look like a flippin' genius. Thank Earl Nightingale. Don't thank me. I'm just passing it along. Go read his books, so his people don't sue me. I'll call this an advertisement for him. Okay, put some pressure on yourself. If you want to be the creative person, volunteer to be the idea person at work. When somebody says, we need some ideas for the new sale, or we need some ideas for the new promotion, or something like that, you can say, okay, I'm going to come up with 10 ideas. Go away, come up with the 10 ideas. Maybe you'll have to come up with more than 10 in order to have 10 good ones, so you don't look like an ass in front of your boss and have chinchillas running around the warehouse floor. But anyway, the idea behind this is to be held accountable to someone else so you actually follow through. You could also start a series of creative prompts for other people on your blog or on Twitter, and tell people that you're going to release them at a certain time. Like you're going to every day at noon you're going to release a creative prompt. So this way people expect something from you, and then you feel obligated to create and put it out there. So your homework for today. This is a one-day assignment, but you might want to do this more often in the future until you build this muscle and it becomes more intuitive than forced. So what I want you to do is set some kind of alarm on your phone or on your clock, or tell a friend to remind you at certain periods of the day. You want to do like maybe 5 reminders during the day. And whenever this alarm goes off, that means, hey, it's time to come up with an idea. So look around you, put things together in new and interesting ways, use some wordplay, make a quick little list, see things in a different way. Use all of these tools that I've been sharing with you thus far in order to come up with something. Just one idea, and then you can move on and wait until the alarm goes off again. And the point of this is to catch yourself throughout the day saying, oh, I can be creative right now. I can come up with something. It's so that you do this all the time eventually, if you want to. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you're only looking at these things to get ideas for a certain assignment, and then you're done and you'll move on. That's fine. Whatever you want to do. I just want to make these tools available to you. Let's see. Oh, one thing that I like to do, especially with my podcast, Beware the Hairy Mango, is I throw out a nonsense phrase, whatever pops into my head first, and then I try to figure my way out of that. How could I actually make that make sense in some weird way? And if you listen to the podcast, you'll kind of understand what's happening there. So anyway, excuse me. That's all I've got for today. Email us at upwithgravity@gmail.com if you have questions or idea-generating thoughts of your own. If you want to be on my mailing list, put the words mailing list in that email, and that's all I've got. So, be creative throughout the day. Enjoy yourself. Goodbye. I'm looking for the button to stop. See ya.